There's one thing I want to talk about this game. It's the goals, it's the moments. Rodrygo goals might be the art that nobody mentions when it's time for commercials, marketing, stuff like that. But in the Champions League, this guy, he always steps up. And I always said that out of that front line, solely on individual talent, I think he's up there. I think he can make an argument he's more talented than Vinny. He can make an argument he's more talented than Jude. Because the goal this guy scored in the first few minutes of the game. It's a typical right winger slash inside forward goal where you cut inside to your strong foot and you just shoot from there. The only issue is that this guy is not a right winger. I wouldn't say he's a striker or a left winger, but 100% he's not a right winger. And that was his weaker foot in a big moment in the Champions League. So, I mean, and I'm a hater and I'm giving him props. So, you know that goal was good. But it also exposed a little bit about Atletico Madrid defensively, which I said that this is their biggest issue. Javi Galan is one of the worst 1v1 defenders in the world. And I think lately he's been getting cooked, and today was a nail in the coffin that this guy is not enough to win you a Champions League. But after that first goal, I thought the game was going to just fire up from there. Chances galore, etc. Similar to that Barcelona Atletico Madrid game, but it wasn't like that. It was more calm. Not that many opportunities. It felt like the teams were a bit satisfied with the results, being a little low key. You do have two pragmatic coaches in theory, so it's not going to necessarily be an open play game. But then the Julian Alvarez chance, which I mean, should I even call it a chance? I don't know how he got the ball away from Camavinga, which I want to talk about, but inch perfect finish, man. And I've said this before. I made a whole video on Julian Alvarez and he's signing for Atletico Madrid. This is a superstar signing. He may not be that Mbappe, that Haaland type of striker that gets you an insane amount of goals, but he's a superstar in his own right. I think of Julian Alvarez in the similar vein of type of player, type of attacker that I think of Rodrygo. I consider them on the same platform in terms of stylistically and in terms of quality per se. The guy's going to lead Atletico in the future. Once Griezmann hangs his boots up because I don't know what he was doing today, he may as well have. Julian Alvarez is going to be this team's number 10. I think he's coming to the form now, and he's going to be crucial if Atletico win anything this season. One of my favorite players for a long time now. I don't know how Pep Guardiola did not use this guy more. Honestly, I had a little inkling that when Alvarez was at Man City, that Haaland was going to be the one that actually leaves there. And Pep Guardiola would actually build around Julian Alvarez, which I think suits his striker type of profile a lot more than Haaland. But no, it's the reverse happened. And to be honest, I think Alvarez is enough of a good player, tactically speaking, to adapt to any kind of team. He could adapt to Pep Guardiola, tiki-taka, whatever you want to call it, possessions type, and he can adapt to Diego Simeone's chaos and sometimes a little more negative type of football. Not always, but sometimes more negative, right? He's good enough to do both, and that's why I think he's such a special player. If he leads them to a big title this season, his money is already justified. The third moment of the game, Brahim Diaz. So I think, again, one of the most underrated players in that Real Madrid lineup. Today was the day of the underrated players coming up and showing who they are. I think what Brahim Diaz has been for Real Madrid is similar to the impact I seen Asensio provide back in when he was coming in, right? And not the fastest, not the strongest, not the most technical, but kind of good at everything, puts his heart out. I mean, the goal he scored today, defending wise, I don't know what Atletico is doing. Again, just the same as the first goal. You let a winger who is playing on the opposite side cut inside and shoot. Like I was very disappointed with Atletico today because of that. But don't take away the credit from Brahim Diaz because the close control there, the patience, the pausa, right? And he got the crucial go-ahead goal. He talked his, smack a little bit to Diego Simeone. And again, I think a very undervalued member of the team for Real Madrid. Somebody that they don't talk about, but I think, in terms of potential, is not up there with Endrick or Guler. But in terms of utility that this guy brings, like I want him as a manager to be my team because he can be your width winger, he can be your inside winger, he can press well, he can control the ball well, he can score crucial goals, he can run it behind. He's very adaptable tactically speaking, and that's why I think a manager like Carlo Ancelotti really likes him so much ahead of other options. In terms of the whole game, I will say that at 1-1, as a Madrid hater, I would be okay with that. I would actually be super okay with that. At the Bernabeu, that Brahim dagger, I think, saved them a little bit, gave them a little bit of breathing space, will allow them to take control of the game. I don't think the environment or the stadium really is going to impact Madrid that much at the Wanda, but I think for Atletico, the way they think tactically, the way they work with Simeone, I think they will take a 2-1. I definitely think that that's not the worst result Atletico could have left here for. If Real Madrid finished that chance with Mbappe and Vinny and made it 3-1, I think it would have been game over. I don't see Atletico coming back from 2 goals down, no matter where the stadium is. So I think Simeone will leave the stadium today satisfied enough, right? They did their job, could have done better, could have done worse, and they'll give it their all in the second leg, which I think is going to be very, very interesting. I still have Madrid to go through just because Heritage and Juju Magic, but if there's one team that can stop Real Madrid right now on that side of the bracket, it's going to be Atletico, or these guys are in the final. I'll be honest with you. Arsenal is not touching Real Madrid in a Champions League knockout game. Not this Arsenal. No way. But let me know your thoughts, guys. Leave a like, comment, subscribe for the algo. I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. PBS out, man. Peace out, everybody.